Hey y'all, before we get to the video, I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who's helped me get to 500 subscribers. It's been quite an adventure over the last year, and it's definitely been so much of a better year because of you guys helping me make this community of people who are passionate about technology. So I'm so thankful for all of you. Thank you for sticking around with the channel through the highs and the lows. There's going to be more content just the way you'd expect coming out soon. We're talking more of the traditional reviews and more of the crazy projects. So let me know down in the comments if you guys have any preferences with anything going forward, if you guys have any recommendations for me. I'm always open to comments, and I'm always open to make this community even better. So let me know down in the comments and enjoy the video. This is going to be pretty simple. Just a quick unboxing of the Surface Laptop 4 and my first impressions. Going forward, we're going to have more and more coverage of the Surface Laptop 4, and I'm going to experience more and more. So I'm so excited for you guys to check it out, and I'll thank you again, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey y'all, this should be a quick video. Just want to do a quick unboxing. This might not look like anything special, actually quite the opposite, but underneath all of this mess, there should be a Surface Laptop 4. So I'm hoping to get right to it. Let me find my knife. You know, I should really start these things more prepared. So instead, I'm going to use this tiny little screwdriver. I mean, the box is already basically open. Just a word to the wise, try to make your box more stable than this when you're shipping to someone. Even if something doesn't break in the process, generally the buyer will be more happy that their item is in good condition. Just an idea. Oh, looks like there were sealed air packets that were not sealed. That's not gonna do you any good. Okay. Here we go. We got the Microsoft Surface Laptop 4. This is the 13.5-inch model, so it's a smaller one. It is the Ryzen 5 model, so it's base technically, but it's Ryzen 5 with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. I believe, yeah, it's the silver one. I'm a little bit bummed that it is the silver one, but the good news is that means there's going to be the Alcantara wrist rest, which, if you guys remember, I didn't have in my Surface Laptop 3. So I'm happy to go back to the Alcantara wrist rest because I am a fan. Okay, you can see the box is pretty heavily damaged in shipping, which is a little bit of a bummer. Let's see if we can get that close. Yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer. It's not a big deal for me. I think I'm going to be okay, but I do wish this was taken better care of. And there's not a lot of stuff to unbox here. This is just the charging cable. This is just the warranty information, the manual. So I think we're fine there. Let's just go ahead and let's put this right. Let's just go ahead and get right to the Surface. It's not really a peel per se. Feels very familiar, although maybe a little bit different. There it is. I love the way that Microsoft boots immediately when you first load up the computer, and I think this is the most flawless Alcantara rest I've ever seen, although there looks to be some wear on the keyboard and some stuff on the trackpad. And there is a lot of light bleed at the bottom of the LCD, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. But as this gets started up, generally this is very similar to the Surface Laptop 3. got a USB-A and a USB-C port along with the headphone jack on one side, the Surface Connect port on the other side. All that's pretty standard. I would love for more USB-C ports, maybe just one on each side so we can charge it with a standard cable from either side, but Microsoft is not going for, wait, hold up.
Hi there, I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help.
Microsoft is unfortunately not going for Thunderbolts. Hopefully they'll go for USB 4, which will include Thunderbolt 3 in the next generation of Surfaces, maybe the Surface Book 4 or the Surface Pro 8, but we'll have to see if that happens. And that's basically it. Now the only step is to get set up, which is going to be a pretty standard setup. There's nothing really too spiffy about the setup process. Windows is Windows generally without the bloatware that you get on a lot of third-party OEMs. But yeah, I think I'll get this set up. I will release a full review in the coming weeks, and I'll compare it to what my experience was with the Surface Laptop 3, obviously with the Surface Laptop Go, which is my current daily driver, and with, of course, the MacBook Air M1. We'll make all of those comparisons. I'll tell you what I think about and whether it makes sense to use this as my new daily driver. This will be the first Surface laptop that I've used with a Ryzen chip. So notably, that's a big difference here. It's great that Microsoft kind of led the way in terms of switching from Intel to Ryzen, where other OEMs kind of were slower, like the XPS line still has not, the Spectre line still has not, the ThinkPad X1 line has not, as far as I'm aware. And so really, in order to get Ryzen chips, you have to go for either gaming laptops or you have to go for the kind of below top tier level laptops like the Envies and the Inspirons of the world, which is an interesting paradigm. It's clearly has to do with some deal that Dell and HP and Lenovo have with Intel, but Microsoft obviously isn't operating under the same constraints. So they were able to launch a Ryzen chip. Now, granted, this is the 4th gen Ryzen, not the 5th gen Ryzen. So as a result, it's not going to be quite as capable as the modern chips, but look, these are all incredibly fast chips, and I'm sure it's going to be plenty capable of anything that I'm going to throw at it. One of the things that I'm actually going to try with this that I didn't try with my Surface Laptop 3 is video editing. Now, while the processor in this is probably not going to be too much faster than the Surface Laptop 3's, depending on the scenario, I'm still curious whether I can edit video on this machine, because I've been editing video on my MacBook Air M1, and my only options that I've tried on the Windows side is actually the bigger, beefier laptops like the Asus Zephyrus G14 or the Razer Blades Stealth 2020. Both of which sport dedicated graphics cards. So hopefully this is going to be the first laptop, at least Windows laptop, that I can use to edit video without a dedicated graphics card. We'll just have to see if that works out. So that's basically the video. Thank you for watching. This is going to be a quick one. Hopefully I'll be able to edit it and get it out soon. I know this is late. I don't operate on the same schedule as a lot of other creators. I don't get sent these laptops, or I can't buy these laptops directly at launch, but they kind of come to me in the next couple months, and therefore I can still review them. And this is actually a pretty early stage for me to be able to review. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thanks for sticking with the channel. We are really appreciative of you, and have a nice one. Have a good one. I'll catch you in the next one.